Christmas is here. Playing the music you love this Christmas.
Driving home for Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Most wonderful time of the year.
Christmas on Pure FM. Happy Christmas. This is Christmas on Pure FM.
This is the Weekly Ramble.
Hello.
That was a wonderful bit of a Christmas joy and a bit of S Club too. Bit of S Club.
That was hundo needed.
Oh, that was beautiful. This is the Weekly Ramble, primary school disco edition, I guess. I'd say that's the songs we're choosing today. Those are the songs.
You could say that, yeah.
Yeah, we've got the S Club to start off with. It's a Christmas themed show, but
we decided to go for the cheesy 90s pop instead.
We went for the entry into Christmas, having all those pies.
Oh yeah.
And we're bringing them back primary school style.
That's what Christmas is all about, childhood.
It is, Ollie.
Yes.
Nice one.
Nicely summed up there.
Nice segued into that little bit there. We're going to go through a few more songs like that, such as, I don't know, unless you've got anything to add, Ollie.
Oh, well.
We should go straight into the next one.
No, I'm good with how we've described our cheesy pop music so far.
I'm looking forward to some of these songs. Are childhood favourites of everyone.
Classics.
Of everyone. And, let's go to this next one.
Christmas on Pure FM.
Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale they say.
Happy Christmas.
Do they know it's Christmas time?
Playing the music you love this Christmas. Pure FM.
That was an amazing song, I'll be honest.
We're going to be saying this after every single song.
Rightly so. I've got the playlist right in front of me, and I am looking forward to what's coming up.
Me too. It's an interesting show, I must say.
It is. This next segment, Ollie has no idea what's going on.
As per.
Yeah, as per, Simon's secret segment for this week. And, well, it's not exactly a weekly segment, but this week it's happening. The return of Taco Copter.
Again?
I know. This time,
The third instalment.
Amazon Copter. The drones, called octocopters. I've said this every week.
Do they have 8 arms?
They have, yes, probably.
Well, I'm just wondering because of octo.
Yeah, I think they're like 4 rotors but 8 arms.
Ooh.
No. Apparently they could deliver packages weighing up to 2.3 kilograms in weight within 30 minutes of the customer clicking yes. It's yet to be passed by law, so at the moment it's very in the maybe section of existing. On the fringes of perhaps.
I'm not going to lie. I'm still doubtful as to this will happen anytime in the foreseeable future.
I think it says the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration is yet to approve unmanned drones for civilian purposes.
That's brilliant.
There's a video on YouTube on the Amazon account which demonstrates what would happen, and it's magical. Christmas magic. Imagine that. Last day, panic, Christmas Eve, you have no idea what to get someone.
And a drone appears at your door.
Leaves your gift maximum of 2.3 kilograms right at your doorstep, so, if that existed.
I just love the fact that there's such a precise maximum, 2.3 kilograms.
2.4 and it's just...
2.4.
No, 2.4 and it would just explode.
It would just burst into flames.
It does mean that. Apparently, the CEO, or something like that, of Amazon said, apparently... one day, they're called Prime Air, Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
This is like the step up, Prime Air. Apparently, he says, one day, Prime Air vehicles will be as normal as seeing mail trucks on the road today. Imagine that. How cool would that be?
That would be pretty awesome.
And apparently, what does it say? Zucal, an Australian textbook rental company, announced earlier this year that they would start using drones to make deliveries from 2015. If approved by the Australian Civil Aviation Safety Society. However, Australian law allows the use of unmanned aircraft for commercial use. So
it could be seen in Australia.
Yeah. Apparently, Amazon said maximum of 5 years for the service to start. So what's that? 2018?
2018.
Well, 2019.
Yeah.
It's December.
We're nearly there, guys.
Oh, I can't wait. 2014. It's going to be good.
I know. It's going to be a good year. Got the World Cup coming up.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Christmas on Pure FM.
Every time away, driving in my car, driving home for Christmas.
Happy Christmas. playing the music you love this Christmas. Pure FM.
I'm loving these songs.
That just reminds me of when I was a kid, riding around in my parents' car with that tape in. Happy days.
Oh, that tape.
That tape.
Beautiful.
Yep, rocking the tape deck.
This next segment, do you want to explain?
Yeah, I will explain. So, obviously, during the weekend, we had the really sad news of the death of Paul Walker. Big fan of the Fast and Furious franchise. He's been in a few other things as well. A couple of good performances.
I actually watched a film with him the other day.
Oh, really?
I cannot remember what it was.
I'm ashamed to admit I can't actually remember the names of his other films.
It was really good. Really good.
I remember seeing them and being like, oh yeah, no, this like the names of the films, and thinking, oh, these are good films. So, he's obviously not a terrible actor.
No.
The acting in Fast and Furious isn't always
suspect. It's suspect.
It's suspect at times. But yeah, we thought we'd like to sort of stick with that sort of topic and talk about cars and cars we'd love to own if money wasn't an issue.
Yeah, I mean, one of mine is big if money wasn't an issue.
Oh really?
So,
well, in that case, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, should I say that one? That's my third on my list, but I can leap.
No.
I can leap.
You leap, Simon.
Leap like a salmon. The 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO.
Oh wow, you're being very specific.
I had to Google the name, I admit.
Wow.
It's so cool. It's the what does it say? Chris Evans bought one.
Oh.
2011.
So the epitome of cool then.
Oh, yep. For £12 million. Means it's the second most expensive car sold in history.
I'm assuming the Bugatti.
No. It's behind the 1950s Mercedes F1 car driven by Juan Manuel Fangio and Sir Sterling Moss.
Oh, that makes sense.
It was something like £16 million, which is a lot.
That is a lot. But
just in case you didn't know what a lot of money was, that is definitely a lot.
Yes.
Do you want to do one? Or do you like back and forth going?
Okay. My personal favourite car is the Lamborghini Gallardo.
I don't know. If you're Italian, it's Gallardo.
Oh, well, okay, sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's me with my speaking Italian words with my typical British accent.
Lamborghini Gallardo.
Sorry, I'm not from Bristol, so... I think it's a really nice car. Particularly the convertible version, the Spider.
It's extremely cool car. My dad drove one of those.
Oh, really?
And he said it was really cool. It was one of those experience days.
Oh, brilliant.
And he drove around that, and apparently it was awesome.
Oh, that is... I'm very jealous now. Very jealous.
Oh, maybe for your 50th birthday.
My 50th.
I'll get you an experience of the Lamborghini.
Who knows, maybe on my 50th birthday we'll still be doing this.
Yeah,
Just not here, like...
If
I'm still at uni when I'm 50 doing this,
just fail every year until when we're 50, we're still
imagine the tuition fee loans you would owe.
Oh man, I know this isn't cars.
I know. How's this happened?
That was the biggest tangent in the history of radio. In the history,
we've had worse. We've definitely had worse.
Anyway, is that it for your Lamborghini
I'd
Gallardo?
It's my favourite. There we go.
Your favourite? I'm going to go not to my favourite. My favourite's my last one.
Okay.
I'm going to go for the 1980s DeLorean, made famous by Back to the Future. The time machine that had fiery wheels and such. It's so cool. Gull-wing doors, brushed stainless steel. I don't think it has any paint. If it does, it's just silver. It's extremely cool. It's so bad, it's cool. Built in Belfast, or
Really?
Or Dublin, somewhere.
Wow.
Somewhere with an Irish or Northern Irish accent, and in America a bit. It's made all around the place.
So you like that car then, Simon? Yeah, you've done your research.
It's all right.
I've got to be honest. I'm not a massive Back to the Future fan. I think it's okay. I'm not going to pull a Forrest Gump and be like, oh no, I hate it. Like it's all right. I'm just not a big.
It's one of my favourite films.
Really?
It's amazing. First one's incredible. Second one's okay. Third one, we don't talk about the third one.
Yeah, I haven't seen I've only seen the first one actually. So
good.
Perhaps I should delve further into that franchise.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I will. Thank you for that advice.
So, what is your second car?
My second favourite. It's a Porsche, but however, it's probably not a top of the line Porsche. But for me, I think it's a nicer shape than maybe like a 911 or something.
Oh, yeah.
I've gone for the Porsche Cayman.
Oh, yeah. Some say the poor man's 911.
Yeah,
but I sort of like.
I genuinely prefer the shape and the look of the Cayman. Obviously, it's much
like more. It's got more of a curve to it.
It does. I think
it's cool. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think I prefer it.
Oh, there we go.
It's all about preference.
I'm not holding you back.
Oh no, it's all about opinion and
celebrating it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your support in this matter.
It's okay. You're welcome. My third one. This isn't in no order whatsoever, by the way. I think yours is. The 1969. For the full name, I was going to go just 60s Ford Mustang, but the full name, 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1.
Ooh.
Preferably in like electric blue with 2 white lines down the middle. That would be incredible.
Wow. That's
Most badass car
incredibly
ever.
specific, that was.
Yeah, I mean, I know what I want.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. Reminds me of the film Bullet with Steve McQueen.
Oh, that's a brilliant film.
Oh, it's so cool. Some of the coolest car chases.
Yes.
It's like classic car chases too. It's like none of this fast and furious explosions everywhere. Not that I'm holding that back. I'm saying that's fantastic. But they're fantastic again.
There's your catchphrase.
Apparently I say it different. Apparently I say it different to normal people.
You do. You say fantastic. It's fantastic.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, I
It's
like
fantastic.
it. No, I love it. I think it cracks me up every time you say it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, back to the car thing.
Yes, I apologise.
Instead of my southwest dialect. To be honest, any 60s muscle car could fill that gap
definitely.
there.
I think I have a bit of a
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of what it's called.
The word you're
Dodge
thinking.
Charger.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen to this. Oh, imagine it.
That would be brilliant. I'd love to. See, the thing is, though, the problem with American muscle car like that, you look so out of place driving around in this country because you don't see them anywhere. I mean, maybe Mustangs a little bit, but obviously more recent ones.
There's a new Mustang down the road from here.
Yeah, I know. I walked past it the other day and I was like, ooh, Mustang.
Yeah, it's a new one there.
Yeah.
60s. Someone in my village has 2. It's a Ford something, and they got a Dodge Charger in black.
Oh.
And the Ford is painted the exact colours as the Starsky and Hutch car, and he rents out for weddings
is it a
and
Ford
stuff.
GT or?
I don't know. It's
Okay.
an old Ford or Dodge or
Okay.
something like that. And it's basically the Starsky and Hutch car, and you can rent it out for weddings and
Oh,
stuff.
that's brilliant. Oh,
It's so cool. It's so cool.
That's pretty impressive. Might see if I could get hold of him.
Well, no, it's in the small village of Charfield.
Oh, okay.
So there we
Well,
go.
I'll have to get you on that one for me then.
Have you got a third one?
Well, I
here?
do have a third one. It's the Ford GT actually.
Oh, nice.
And
nice.
for me, the reason I like it so much is I remember they had it on Top Gear once, and I just remember absolutely dying of laughter when I saw Jeremy Clarkson try one out, and he's quite a tall bloke, and watch him try and get in this Ford GT was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. He didn't know whether to get in head first, legs first.
It's got that sort of like cutting thing at the top, doesn't
it? Yeah,
it?
it sort of takes a portion of the roof out when the door opens.
Yeah.
And
If you're too tall, it lops your head off.
yeah,
which is-
he couldn't shut the door once he was in there because he was just way too tall for it. And being a probably average height person, I feel like I could pull it off. So
yeah.
there we go.
Yeah,
and I think it's a really nice car as
I
well.
don't think I could fit.
And no, I think you're quite tall, aren't you? So
Yeah, 6'1" and a
6'1".
half.
Oh, okay.
Let's
That's
round it. 6'2". 6'2".
But yeah, so I think it makes such a nice noise as well. Like I'm not going to try and reenact it for everyone, but you hear one coming down the road and it's
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Fun fact: I think the GT40 because it's 40 inches high.
Oh, really?
Apparently, my dad's probably going to text me and like that's wrong. But
You don't know anything.
my brother probably will do that instead. Anyway, my last car, the 1950s/60s Mercedes Gullwing. My favourite car ever, right? Gullwing doors like the DeLorean.
Yep.
And you can get it in silver with red leather interior.
What was that squeaking
That's a really
noise?
weird sound in the background there.
I'm not quite sure what that was. I think
like-
my mic might be like slowly drooping. Sad mic.
Anyway, this Mercedes, I used to have a pedal car of it, probably still do, and I'd drive around
Why
the
didn't you bring
garden.
it to uni with you? We could have, rode around in the courtyard in the
We
halls.
could have like laps around Reese.
Time tests.
Oh, that'd be cool. Anyway,
We're gonna
it was
save
always
that.
after Christmas.
Oh yeah.
The Ramble Battle, the time trial around Reese. Basically, coolest car ever, and we'll go to some adverts. I think.
Yep.
Go to some advertos. See if you like anything.
Playing the music you love this Christmas. Pure FM.
It's Christmas again at UPSU TV, and we'll be going live for our 3rd annual Christmas broadcast from 8 p.m. on the 5th of December. Tune in at www.upsu.tv or be at the Waterhole Bar in the audience. See you there. Merry Christmas.
Join the Paintball Society, the most adrenaline-fueled action sport in the Union. Join us for just £25 and get to shoot your friends in the face. For more information, find us on Facebook at Portsmouth Uni Paintball.
The Pure FM Home Time Show, sponsored by View Cinemas Portsmouth. Join the Pure FM Home Time Show all this week for your chance to win 2 tickets and an exclusive movie poster to see Old Boy, the brand new film from director Spike Lee. Tune in each weekday from 5 p.m. to find out how you can be a winner. Terms and conditions are online at purefm.com. Playing the Christmas music you love. Next.
UPSU Kickboxing and MMA is a fun, active club, providing separate training sessions for each kickboxing and MMA. Training out of Gym 1 in Fratton, one of the best martial arts gyms in the country. Members have opportunities to compete in local interclubs and against other universities, or are welcome to train just for fitness, with regular socials to make it an enjoyable and an exciting team to be part of. So come and find us. We're the UPSU Kickboxing and MMA Club.
Christmas is here. Playing the music you love this Christmas.
Driving home for Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Most wonderful time of the year.
Christmas on Pure FM. Happy Christmas. This is Christmas on Pure FM. Christmas on Pure FM.
Walking in the winter wonderland.
Happy Christmas. I'm dreaming of playing the music you love this Christmas. Pure FM.
Film review time with Ollie Owen.
Film review time. Okay, so obviously we're sticking with the whole Cars and Fast and Furious theme.
Yeah, you know.
I decided to review my favourite film in the franchise, Fast 5.
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen the 6th one, I'm afraid.
All right. Is it in the cinema or has it just been out?
It's been out already, yeah. Been out and done already.
Blimey.
Yeah.
Blimey. Some high-octane trailers I've seen for that.
I have indeed, yeah. I really like the look of it as well. It was one of those ones where I never really got around to watching it.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
It did. Should probably get my sheet of paper
get your
ready.
notes out.
Everyone else gets to hear the rustle of my paper as I struggle to find my notes.
Where is it?
Okay, yeah. First, Fast 5, directed by a director called Justin Lin, who's not really done much else actually. His first film was the 3rd instalment, and he's gone right through to 4, 5, and 6.
Which one is 3? Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift, yeah, which is set after. It's got quite a weird chronology. Like, I don't know how to say the word chronology.
Order.
Yeah, well, not chronological, but yeah. It's got a weird order because the films that in order that they came out isn't the order in which the story goes.
That's weird.
So it's difficult to explain if you haven't seen the films as well.
Like Doctor Who.
Yeah, a little bit, I guess. Yeah, you could say that.
Your film was like
you just
not at all like Doctor Who.
Just because you compared Fast and Furious to Doctor Who, it's an interesting
time-wise, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. So obviously it's got the recurring characters: Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, and they brought in Dwayne Johnson for this film.
Oh, fantastic!
Who I'm a big fan of The Rock.
I love Dwayne Johnson.
Yes. And also coming in again, you got Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris.
Okay.
Who's in? I think it's like the second one. He's back in for this one. And then Jordana Brewster comes in from the. I know there's a lot of actors who only really do this franchise. This is all they do.
Sounds it.
And then there's another actor who's fairly prominent in the series called Sung Kang, who plays the character of Han, who's also the only character that's also in the 3rd film.
Okay.
Which sort of,
having watched Fast and Furious 1 and the first quarter of Fast 5,
you don't know much at all. This is going to go completely over your head.
This is
most of this. Okay. To be honest, this is probably going to happen to most of the listeners. So I'll try and keep it. I'll try and keep it free from anything that.
I'll channel the listeners' energy.
Yeah, you can,
towards you.
You can help them out, if you will.
Try and help myself out.
It was a very, very successful film. Had a 125 million budget, but it made 626 million at the box office.
Whoa.
I think it was the 5th highest grossing film that year.
Wow.
Which was 2011.
Right. So, considering how many explosions and set pieces there were in the first quarter that I saw, unless it's like next 3 quarters of the film is just them sat in a doctor's waiting room. How do they keep it that low?
It was a very. I'm actually not sure, especially, and they've got to pay to rent all these cars. We'll assume they smashed a few of them up as well, so not just rent them. They're buying them to be destroyed.
Well, apparently, when they do like that, apparently, Die Another Day, the Vanquish on the ice lake. Apparently, that's I think it's a Ford Mustang just with a Aston Martin body shell over the top.
Maybe they've done.
So I guess they've done that a bunch of times.
Yeah. Speaking of James Bond and cars, an interesting little fact, and this is completely off topic, but
go for it.
I really like this. In Casino Royale, there's a scene where James Bond completely wrecks his Aston Martin, but the director wasn't happy with the first 7 cuts, which meant that in total they wrecked 8 brand new Aston Martin DB9s.
I think I've seen this, yeah.
And there was a picture put on the internet actually of all of them lined up, and they were all absolutely battered. And it was a crying shame.
I think that's done because there's no CGI in Casino Royale.
No, probably
that
not.
stunt is, I think it's something like, it's the most complete flips a car's done in stunt history.
It just goes and goes and goes.
It's incredible. Anyway, Fast and Furious.
Yes,
or Fast 5, what it's called.
Yes, Fast 5. Sorry, I'm a big fan, so I'm gonna get pedantic here.
Go for it.
For me, I think this is a massive part of the franchise because it's a transitional film, sort of changing how the film, what the film's about. Because when the franchise first started, it's about cars and street racing, whereas now it's actually more of a heist / sort of crime genre.
I did notice that.
Yeah.
From going from the first to the 5th one.
Yeah, they've completely changed the whole tone and focus of the film, which for me I prefer, because I think they recognise the fact that their audience is limited if they keep it to street racing. So they've changed it a bit, brought in new characters as well, like Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, he's cool.
So
he's so cool in the bit I saw.
Exactly.
The running through the favelas.
Yes.
Vin Diesel jumps up from above him, and Dwayne Johnson just bursts through a window.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I love that.
It's so cool.
It's so good. So it's a real departure from the focus on cars and street racing, and it really sort of sets the future of the franchise up for one that's just come out and the one that's due to come out next summer as well, which unfortunately they're in the middle of filming.
Yeah, apparently it's going to go through the film. They're not going to stop the film, but they're going to delay it for a bit.
I was going to say it's going to be difficult because obviously they're going to have to not edit it, but change things a little bit. The
script's going to have to be changed.
Yeah,
certainly.
So it's a shame really. It's sad. I was quite upset myself.
Yeah,
but this is a very sort of different film to anything that's come before in the franchise, and I think it's 10 times better than anything else that's come before as well.
Oh, really?
By far. I think it's one of those films that you sort of see, it's all about cars and you don't want to watch it, but it's actually a little bit more interesting than that, a little bit more. I mean, it's still a fun sort of, it's not like a deep, meaningful film.
I mean, some of the acting is.
But, yeah.
I mean, I think Vin Diesel's character has the charisma of a tube of Pringles. It is just, when he says stuff, it's just.
Sometimes when he says stuff, it seems like he's got the emotional range of a teaspoon.
Yeah, it's wow. He's not going to win any Oscars, I don't think, for Fast 5.
No. Another thing I noticed, it's actually pretty funny.
Oh, yeah?
The character Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris, who is a big name in the hip hop scene, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm not a big. That's not really my sort of music, but.
Take your word for it, though.
Yep. Their scenes together and a few of their interactions are really funny. They're always taking digs at each other, and one of them leads this simple sort of quiet life, likes to work, and that's it, and the other one wants to live this whole sort of flashy life, and they're always taking digs at each other.
There's some of the script writing is just gleefully cheesy.
It is very cheesy.
There's a bit right at the start which I saw when when Dwayne Johnson's character he's talking to a police guy. And the guy says, "I've got good news and bad news." And then Dwayne Johnson goes, "I always eat my dessert first."
Yeah, he's like, I want my dessert first, yeah.
And then after he gives him the good news, he goes, "Now give him my veggies."
Yeah, it's cheesy and terrible in that respect, but I think it's great. So as I was saying, I think it's the best in the franchise completely so far. But there's some actually pretty deep, there is some deep and meaningful themes that run throughout the entire of the franchise, but most prominently in this, I think. And one of them is family, because and I think it's quite nice to bring more sort of deep things into like fun films like this.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it gets a bit boring just watching things blow up for
it's just
an
set
hour
piece
and a
after
half.
set piece after set piece. Otherwise,
that's too much. And I like the way they've broken up by bringing in these themes of family. You know, how close like this group of criminals at the end of the day are, and that all they want is a bit of freedom. You know, they didn't have much choice to go into the criminal underworld, and now they all sort of stick together and look out for each other. And you see that through obviously characters coming back from previous films, and it's really nice. And there's a really nice scene where Paul Walker's character realises that his girlfriend, who is Vin Diesel's sister, is pregnant with his son.
Okay.
And they're talking about like the relationship with their fathers, and it's actually quite nice to take a bit of a slowdown from what you're used to from the previous 4 films, because there's none of that throughout any of them. It's all car chases, and it's too much. So it's nice that they finally sort of slowed things down a bit and made it a bit more serious at times. It's nice to see Dwayne Johnson had a little bit more of an emotional side to him as well. 'Cause
he is.
There's a scene near the end where all his men get killed by people in the favelas, and he's like genuinely heartbroken, and it's nice to actually see that from Dwayne Johnson for once.
As well as being very emotional, that guy is huge.
Oh,
that guy is massive,
crazy, isn't it?
You look at Vin Diesel, and it's like, yeah, he's pretty big, and then you see him stood next to Dwayne Johnson, it's just like, wow, he's not that big.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like, you've gone through the whole franchise thinking how massive Vin Diesel is, and all of a sudden The Rock appears, and you're like, ooh, never mind.
His bicep is bigger than my head. It's just absolutely.
I reckon you could crush your head with like one hand.
It's like, it's crazy how big that guy is.
Speaking of that, this brings me on to one of my last points: is the fight scene at the end of this between Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson has got to be one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen. They literally throw each other through walls.
That's awesome. It's like Man of Steel.
It's amazing. These guys aren't like superheroes from another planet though. These are
Man of Steel, more like Man of Wheel.
I told you no puns. I told you. I warned you.
And I said I'd sneak one in.
But yeah, that for me was exactly why they brought Dwayne Johnson in, because they needed a scene where someone throws Vin Diesel through walls.
Oh, you know, every film does.
It's brilliant. And obviously now with the franchise, you've got the whole what's going to happen in the future. Obviously the lead character who started it all, Paul Walker, no longer with us, unfortunately. Where can they go from here, do you think?
I think I haven't seen the end of it, so
okay.
I don't know what's going on.
I won't ruin it.
I think maybe, unless this happens, Dwayne Johnson could join them, and then he could like. You just smile at me.
No, I'm just listening.
It might happen. So
it might. It might.
I don't know. Like you go to space. I don't know. Fast and spacious.
It's fast and spacious. No, it's good.
That's just the events of an IKEA
in the
delivery
future,
service.
they have got it signed all the way up to Fast and Furious 9.
How many is that more?
So that's another. Well, they've got one that's in production now, and then another 2 after that, and they're trying to sort out number 10 now.
Ooh,
so we could be seeing a lot more Fast and Furious films.
Wow, let's hope they have ideas, because we don't.
Yeah, it's a good job we're not working on them. So for a fan like me, that's great news.
I might get into the series a bit more.
I honestly, the name of the franchise may put people off, but I do genuinely think it's once you get past the first couple, it's actually not a bad franchise.
I enjoyed the first one. I mean,
yeah,
it's probably not the most popular one, but
probably not. No,
but I haven't seen Too Fast, Too Furious.
That one's quite good actually.
And,
I do quite like that one.
Yeah, what's the fourth one called? Is it just
Fast and Furious? It's just Fast and Furious. You've got the first one's called The Fast and the Furious, and then the fourth one's called Fast and Furious. It's not particularly imaginative type. And then Fast 5.
What's the new one?
Fast and Furious 6.
Oh, they need to sort of the names.
They do need to sort the titling out, I think, because it's starting to make it a bit confusing.
It's like the Naked Gun films. There's the Naked Gun 2.5, and then it's what is it? It's like the Naked Gun 3 and 3/33 or something like that.
Oh no.
They're my favourite films ever. They're amazing. Have you seen the Naked Gun films?
I haven't seen any of them, no.
Oh, they're so good. There's a scene where the main guy, I can't remember his name. That's annoying. That is really annoying. That.
So you love them that much?
They're my favourite films. Can't remember anyone in it though. And there's a scene where they're in this factory thing. That's not important, that bit. But it's Frank Dribbin. Detective Frank Dribbin. That's
Okay.
it. And he goes to this woman and he goes, so I heard you have a new boyfriend. What's he like? And she goes, oh, Caucasian, 6'5". No. I've done it wrong.
Simon, you're ruining it. You ruined it. This was your this was your moment to shine, and you've ruined it.
There goes my acting career. He goes, Caucasian, mustache, about 6'5", and he replies with my favourite line of the film, which is, "The damn big mustache."
Brilliant.
Oh, and it's my sort of humour.
Christmas on Pure FM.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why.
Christmas.
Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Playing the music you love this Christmas. Pure FM.
We shouldn't be in control of the music.
No, I don't think we should.
We are abusing our power, I believe.
Well, there's no one to stop us, so
exactly.
I'm
there
enjoying
is,
it.
but
Yeah.
head down. This is the final segment before we put on my favourite Christmas song.
Okay.
To, in preparation for the Ramble Christmas show.
Yes.
Which will be a bit different. Tell us why.
Because I shall be coordinating it from Simon's side of the desk, which means I shall be controlling all the knobs and dials, and I'm in control.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
Will
the show be as smooth is the big question.
Yeah, will it? It'll be fine.
No, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It will be totally fine. Right, so, Ramble Scoop.
Oh, yes.
We have some Ramble Scoop here. The first Reading Festival acts have been announced.
Yep.
The main ones I've been informed of are Blink-182, which is exciting for me because it's one of my favourite bands.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Bugg.
He's okay.
He's alright, not bad.
Okay.
Disclosure, also really excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
And Metronomy as well, which they're the only ones I've been notified of.
Jake Bugg was there last year.
He was there last year as well, so clearly a big fan of performing at Reading.
Yeah. Or maybe Reading are a big fan of him performing there. Maybe it's two-way. Anyway, that news was
so there
broken.
We go. So I'm sure everyone's as excited as I am, because I might have to get some tickets now.
I'm not too impressed with that lineup so far.
Well, I mean, only one of them's a headlining act. So.
Yeah, I guess. Let's hope better ones are to come.
Okay, Simon. we're gonna have our differing musical opinions again, aren't we?
I want. And if any of the songs that have just been played on the Ramble come out during Reading, I'll be happy.
There is a rumour that Black Sabbath will also be there.
Ooh,
which would be
cool.
Which would be quite good, I think.
That is cool. What was I going to say, Ollie?
I don't know.
What was I going to say?
I have no idea.
But it was going to be about Reading, wasn't it?
What was it?
Hang on. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Okay,
people.
well, I would like to send out an apology to Jake, because he texted me in. This is back to Fast Furious, my review. Jake texted in saying Dwayne Johnson joins them in the 6th film, not the 5th. I thought he meant joins the cast, not as in the character joins.
Oh, Jake.
Yeah. So not only has he now ruined the plotline for Simon, but I also texted Jake a mouthful of abuse,
which we can't repeat on the radio.
No. It's all it's all okay. I said stop wrongly correcting me. Google it, you idiot.
That was it.
Yeah. So sorry, Jake. Yeah. Lost in. I think that the text message didn't help. If you were saying that face to face, then I would have understood.
Yeah, I was going to enjoy that. We'll get home, watch the film.
Yeah, so Jake's kind of ruined it for you now.
Yeah.
So there you go. Now you know that Dwayne Johnson does join him and help them.
Well, yeah.
So there
Damn
you go.
it, Jake.
So thanks, Jake.
Well, we got the last 2 minutes of the Ramble.
We did indeed.
Anything planned for this week, Ollie? This is complete filler. This is just stuff we haven't planned for.
Well, unfortunately, I've got a presentation on Nicholas Winding Refn.
Oh, you like him though?
Just went off. Oh no, that's great. Simon's having.
This is like behind the scenes of the Ramble.
Simon's having a mild panic. The other side opposite.
This is like behind the scenes of the Ramble. We haven't planned this far.
Yeah, so I've got to do a presentation to about 10 people.
Oh no,
so 10 people is not too bad.
I got to do a presentation in front of my Studying Society seminar, which is about 10 people.
Okay.
On Thursday, I think.
Yeah. So we've both got presentations on Thursday.
Oh, I haven't even said. I'm off to Brunel University tomorrow.
Oh yes.
They're just catching up. We're just catching up. We should put some music on over the background, and so we can catch up over some music. I'm not going to, because I'll do something wrong, and it will actually
the whole system will crash.
Actually, I will put some music on, and let's put this one on. So
I like the way you tell everyone what you're doing as you do it.
So,
Brilliant.
it's nearly Christmas, Ollie. Slash it is Christmas.
I am so excited for Christmas this year. Words cannot describe how excited I am for Christmas.
Oh, good.
It's probably the only time I'm not a grumpy person.
Well, you've been pretty grumpy so far, so...
Well, I'll try and cheer up a little bit. I promise you, when we come back after Christmas, I will be a little more cheery and I won't moan about everything.
Good. Yeah, so this is the last minute of me hosting a Ramble show before Christmas.
I'm nervous now.
I know. I'm gonna have to. I gave you a quick run through.
Yeah, I reckon I can do it.
Stuff to do. It's not too hard.
It's not too difficult. You're doing it after all.
Yeah. Hey, watch it.
I'm joking.
Yeah, if I can do it, literally anyone can do it. I'm gonna play my favourite Christmas song in about 30 seconds to round off the show.
Yes. Yeah. No, I hadn't heard of this song until Simon played it to me in the advert break, but now I've recognised it. It's a great Christmas song.
It's so good. We sound like I was just going to go straight to that song. We've actually got 20 more seconds.
I know, that's why I carried on talking. I was like, what are you doing?
God, well, I hope everyone enjoyed the show. It was a bit...
messy?
A bit messy. But, I guess Ollie and a bit of me, we'll see you all... Well, we'll see you all next week. Have a great week.
Have fun.
Christmas on Pure FM.
But as long as you love me so, let it snow and snow.
Happy Christmas.
The most wonderful time of the year.
Playing the music you love this Christmas. Pure FM.